Morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down. ASML beat and raised, but their bookings were bad. And I told you that if the bookings were bad, it would go down. So the other problem is these reporting agencies, they're looking at the whisper number, not the expected number. I went to 3 different places, and you go to Bloomberg everywhere, and they're expecting 275. So it's a beat, but everybody says it's a miss, so that's a problem. Okay? Because if it was really a miss, then NVIDIA would be way down. You need these machines to make NVIDIA. Now, we told you it takes 9 months to build the machines and get them. So that's bookings way out. But last time their bookings, they're supposed to be $3 billion. They came in at 9. Okay. So this time they're supposed to be $4 billion. They come in like 4.6, which is still fine, right? But it's not up $6 billion. See, that's the problem that you're going to have somewhere down the road with NVIDIA. NVIDIA, let's say they're supposed to make $10 billion, they make 12. Then the next quarter, they're supposed to make $11 billion, they make 14, up by 3. Then the next time they're supposed to make $15 billion, and they'll make $16 billion. So that's a beat, but they'll take it down because that's what the hell Wall Street does. Okay? Doesn't matter. Yesterday was, once again, it was VIX. Today is VIX expiration in the morning. Do they buy into this till the end of the day? Maybe. Do we get news on Iraq? Does anything happen? No idea. Okay? Coin is doing a little bit better. It's trying to go. The halving is coming up, so that's coming up. Today you want to watch NVIDIA. If NVIDIA gets to 900, then they don't have an issue with ASML. If NVIDIA goes negative in the first 5 minutes, that's a big problem. And then it means Lam Research and all these other ones, they have a problem too. Okay, so just understand that. The market is what it is. Doesn't matter what you want it to be. Okay? SMCI is trying to break up. It technically broke the 972. So here, if it gets through 1021, it can get all the way up near 1100. Okay? So let's see. Tesla. Think about Tesla yesterday. We bought it and they doubled in 5 minutes. Got to take your doubles, guys. Okay? Got to take your doubles. I mean, even ASML yesterday, we bought it at 10, they went to 15. We told you it's going to be 5, but it goes to 0 if they don't beat. Now, depending on where you are, like if Monday you caught a 10 to 200, then maybe you hold it or you sell half. And maybe if you didn't catch it, then if you caught it, then you hold it. If you didn't catch it, then you take your profit. That's trading. Okay? The problem you have with ASML today is if it doesn't get through 952, you got 4 to 6 weeks of kind of avoid, right? Back to that same thing. Doesn't matter what it is. Okay, so you got to understand that. Let's see if it can get through 952, then it'd be okay. Then we see. Okay. The conference call, I believe, is at 9 Eastern time, so 8 Central. So the conference call has not happened yet. Okay. Interesting. What else do we know? That's what we know. Goldman Sachs, huge earnings, turning back lower. Okay. Powell yesterday he just came out and said, we're not convinced. We don't see anything going lower, so he's not going to cut. That's very negative. Okay. That's very negative, guys. Okay. Now, one other thing to understand here, and this is about Powell and stuff. These guys, because they're old, I'm telling you, old people. I'm old, okay, so I can say that. But old people, they don't think correctly. Their brains are warped. My brain is different. I have a young brain. Okay. So, I'm telling you, they're just warped. People are warped. They think if they raise interest. So let me give you a scenario. I put this scenario out there. Let's say you're a small company, and let's say you use PayPal. You guys know how big people with PayPal. PayPal sends me a message every day. We have working capital for you up to $1 million. It's 7%. Now, we don't use that working capital. But let's say you buy inventory, you buy groceries, and you send it to all your restaurants. And you got to pay 7% interest on that money because you're floating money till you get paid. Those places don't pay you instantaneously, okay? So you're borrowing that money. So you borrow $1 million at 7%, okay? You're paying all this interest. So what do? You say, oh, I used to pay 2% interest. Now I'm paying 7% interest. So I'm paying an extra $10,000 a month, okay, on $1 million. So they raise their price to get that $10,000. Pretty simple. So there you have inflation. If Powell doesn't raise rates or he cuts rates, that guy says, "Oh, I was paying $10,000. Now I'm only going to pay $2,000 in interest, so I can cut my price." Now, will he cut his price? That's a different story. But that's what's going on. You guys don't understand this, okay? So this is what Powell doesn't get. And this is what all old people don't get, because my dad's older than me, obviously. It's my dad. And he used to tell me this stuff all the time. He's like, "Oh, I want more interest. I want more interest." And then he says, "Well, my homeowners went up or this went up." Why did it go up? Because everybody is floating money, okay? And think about that. That just happens. And 95% of all businesses have a credit line and they're paying interest and they tap into that credit line. So how he doesn't understand this, I'm at a loss. I'm at a loss, okay? So that being said, he's not going to cut rates. So do we pop up? Do we pop down? I don't know. I know the ASML News, got to see what they say at the thing. They did make one statement that the next half of the year is better than the first half. And the first half was great. Okay? So then we see. Okay, coin is up, may sell those right off the bat, take a double on it. So why would you sell coin? Quiz. Why would you sell coin fast to take a double on it? Come on. Type it in. Because if you get $2 or $3 profit, it covers most of the ASML, right? That's what you're always trying to do. You're trying to cover one to the other, so then you have profits, right? Very, very straightforward. This is not rocket science, okay? Then we see. There was an article I posted out, two other things. There's an article I posted out there on the VIX that because as the VIX is rising and the VIX goes out this morning that they're going to buy SPX back. Now, I don't know if that's true, but if that's true, you got 5120 coming if they buy SPX back, okay? So then we see. Now, the issue with SPX back is come Friday, they're going to sell everything because into the weekend, another one of these Israel things. Now, does it happen before? Maybe, but that's out there. Okay, and the last thing is this Dubai thing, this cloud seeding. I mean, this is scary stuff. Now, people have been telling me they've been doing this for a long time, but so you're trying to manipulate the weather. And you've never had a storm like this in Dubai, and they've been manipulating the weather, and it got worse than they ever thought. Did they create that? I have no idea. Okay? But you have to be open to when we start doing stuff like cloud seeding. Go read about this. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Making it rain and making it rain more. Okay? So it's just interesting. That's what technology has got. Now think if you can do that and you can send drones and you can get drones through certain cities and you do this stuff and you create issues. Interesting, right? Interesting. So something to think about. It's technology, okay? So that's what we know. That's what we know. Interesting. That's what we know. Okay. That's what no. Bitcoin needs to get through 68 and then 72. Underneath, if it collapses, and MicroStrategy can create it. Okay, that's what we know. What else? Okay, let's get started. Good morning, good morning. SPX up 13. That puts it at 5165-ish. You got 5065. You got 5081, 5100, 5121. Downside under 5030. This is right at 5051. Under 5030. Okay, and then 5,000, and then 4,900 comes really fast if the market gets any bad news. Okay, so just keep an eye out. Avago doing nothing. It's up a little bit, not up a lot, but today you want to watch NVIDIA. NVIDIA 882, 888, 906 has to get to 906. Avago 1352 up, 1291 down. Lam Research will go down on ASML. If ASML stays down, Lam Research lower, 972 up, 932 down. CRM didn't really come back a lot. 296 up, 261 down. NOW earnings next week, 791 up, 719 down. UNH 470. Guys, UNH, just remember this. I'm trying to teach you stuff. If somebody is supposed to make $10, let's say Tesla. Let's give you an example. If Tesla is supposed to make $5 and they miss deliveries, and now they're going to make $4. If Tesla comes in at 420, you can't tell me they beat, okay? Because they were supposed to make 5, okay? So when UNH beats after they guide down by $2, they didn't really beat, okay? Understand this, okay? So very, very interesting. So keep an eye on that. Lilly, slowly working lower, 742, 794. DJT under 19 is 5 cents. Carvana, 76 up, 65 down. ARM, 119 down, 146 up. AMD, 166 up, 161 down. Goldman Sachs 403 up, 411 break up. Coin 223, 229 under 216. Meta doing nothing, 509, 522. SMCI looks like it can test 1021. NOW, we did that. Microsoft 421 hasn't been playable. Microsoft is unplayable for a long time. And Tesla underneath 154, 149, and then complete collapse. Okay? Understand that. Then we see, and then we see, and then we see. Everybody have a great trade day. See you in chat.